talking about the peak overshoot. Okay, this is the fourth specification we are discussing. We have already seen the first three, that is a rise time, peak time, and the peak overshoot. These three we have seen, sorry, delay time, a rise time, and peak time we have seen. Now the fourth one is peak overshoot. It is the maximum value of the response measured from the unity. So maximum value of the response. So let us go back to the figure and let us analyze how it is. So the peak overshoot, if you see, it is the maximum value of the response measured from the unity. Okay, this is your reference line now. Horizontal axis is 1. Reference is 1. Measured from this, so you can see the directions I have shown you. Only the measurement between these two will give you the peak overshoot value MP. Okay. Why we have taken the reference as 1? That is the question. If we go back to the earlier discussion, that is a time response for second order systems, we have seen that the steady state response, whatever the output we got, the steady state response can be got by extending the time up to infinity. So अगर इस equation में आप जो भी हमको C of t आया है, in that if you put t as infinity, you will get the steady state response. So it is found that when you apply this time tends to infinity, your error will become 0. Second term will become 0. Output will be equal to 1. As for the unit step, as the input applied, जो भी आपका output आया है, time response C of t, steady state value 1 है. Because of that, we have taken here the reference line. Here, the reference in order to measure the peak overshoot. It is what? In the definition, it is clear. The maximum value of the response measured from the unity, from 1, because steady state response for that is 1. Suppose you have some other input, say instead of unit step, अगर आप ramp signal apply करते हो या फिर impulse apply करते हो, तो it need not be equal to 1. So under that condition also you should be able to calculate what is MP. That time I cannot say that the measurement is, look into this figure. Here I am telling you the maximum value of the response, क्योंकि यहाँ पर भी आपको एक peak मिलेगा, यहाँ पर भी है second and third time, but they are not maximum values. The maximum is first overshoot only, and that too it should be measured from the unity, because steady state response final value हमको जो attain होगा that is equal to 1. This is the case when I apply step signal as the input. Suppose I take ramp or impulse, it need not be equal to 1. For that also you should be able to calculate what is MP. So let me give you a general equation to get MP. If the final steady state value of the response, it is not unity, okay, it differs from unity, then also we should be able to get what is this peak overshoot. So we can get that by the actual, the peak value of the response C of TP. What is TP? Peak time. We have seen in this figure what is peak time. TP is this, okay, the time taken for the response to attain the maximum peak value. So this is TP minus, as the time is extending to infinity, what is happening to your oscillations? As the time is extending to infinity, oscillations will tend to decrease, and आपका जो system है उसका transient response कम होके it will attain a steady state value. So obviously when the time extends to infinity, you will get a steady state value. Okay, so taking that into account, if I take the difference between these two, getting the peak value, the response at peak time minus the response at the infinite time, that is आपका जो steady state value है that divided by the steady state value. So this will give you the maximum overshoot in percentage. Okay, this is the equation if my steady state value is not equal to 1, it is other than 1. Only for unit step it is equal to 1, but for other inputs it need not be equal to 1. Now coming to the next one, that is settling time. Settling time, let me show you the figure first. What is settling time? You can see TS, this is your settling time. Okay, if you see here, I have drawn two more lines. This is your center line 1. Okay, above and below I have drawn two more lines. This will give you a tolerance range. Okay, मतलब आपका जो आउटपुट इसके बाद जो वेरी होगा, ओके, वो वेरिएशंस हैं, इतना टॉलरेबल है, इस रेंज में टॉलरेबल है. ओके, so that is called a settling time. So let me define it properly. What is settling time? It is the time required for the response curve, जो भी आपका आउटपुट है, to reach and stay there within a specified tolerance band. Usually ये जो plus or minus tolerance है, that is acceptable change is either 2% or 5%. 2 to 5 के रेंज में रहता है. Let me give you one more time. What is the settling time? After this time, this is the time after which output, it will maintain some value. Okay, and जो भी changes होंगे, they will be within this tolerance level. ये range में ही changes होंगे, and after that it will try to attain a steady state. That is your tolerance. I think even in case of your resistance values also you have some tolerance levels, right? So tolerance is acceptable range जहाँ पर changes allowed हैं. Okay, that is your the settling time. Coming to the last one, this we have already seen in while calculating the first order systems time response, that is ESS. Okay, how we had calculated ESS? It was limit as your error signal as time extends to infinity. So if you are able to calculate this, you will get a steady state error. It is the error between the actual output and the desired output. Means जब आप एक reference देते हो, signal, reference signal, that is ये आपका desired value है, but जो आपका actual value है, that is C, जो आपका output आ रहा है, अगर इन दोनों के बीच में, okay, say R of S is 60 kilometers per hour and actual output, the speed that you have attained is 50 kilometers per hour, then error is 10 kilometers per hour. Okay, if you are able to attain 60, then there is no difference in the desired and the actual output. So that 60 minus 60, 0. ये कब होगा? When you will get this? As the time becomes infinity, you will try to adjust your output, okay, 40, 50, 60, so that difference in actual and the desired will become 0. So as time tends to infinity, if you take the difference between those two, you should get the steady state error. Okay, so it is the error between the actual output and the desired output as the time tends to infinity. So we have discussed few of the time response specifications today, which are very important. These are the specifications which will be useful to analyze the performance of any system. Fine. So still we are remaining with these time response specifications for second order systems. यहाँ पर just हमने definitions देखे हैं, okay, with reference to one response curve C of t. We have seen some of the definitions. Now we need to check these values: delay time, rise time, settling time, the peak overshoot, all these values for second order system. Okay, that we will be continuing in the next class.